Hello, everybody, and welcome back at E.D. Lumley Arena from downtown Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. The Cornwall Colts and the Glendale Ganders, the face for the first time in history. They were known as the Hammerheads before. Cornwall had their success against the Hammerheads. Hammerheads have yet to beat Cornwall in a game in their history. Sent in deep by the Colts. Happy Cancer afternoon here tonight from Cornwall as the Colts enter in purple and white uniforms. Of course, following will be the Wildhounds and the Sting. Here's an early chance, and they score! It is Nolan Pierce with goal number 9 on the season. He is tied with Nicholas Gingras for top spot. 1:40 into the opening period here tonight from Cornwall on Cancer Night. Face off back to center. Gingras to take the draw for Cornwall. Now tied with Pierce at 9 goals. What a comeback for Nolan Pierce. 5 goals in his last 3 games. He's been unstoppable. Here's Banks with a shot. That didn't get through. Was on to Perron. It's picked up by Cornwall in their own zone. Dished for Lazon, but it comes out now, picked up by Pierce. Big hit. Niles, here's Speckmeek. Looks ahead for Nicholas Gingras, and he has it. Gingras is in. Gingras shoots. Good save early. Picked up by the Ganders inside their own zone. Pierce on his right for Niles, and now a big hit. That'll cause a fight. Speckmeek against Parker here. Parker, one of the newer players for the Ganders. Ganders 6-3 on the season. Cornwall 3-3, and Ganders already lead here in Cornwall tonight. 1-0. It's dropping to the ice is Parker here. Good fight early on between the two clubs. So an early first period goal for Nolan Pierce. Has his tying 9th of the season. He's tied Nicholas Gingras, who is on this team. Here's the face-off, one back controlled. It's picked up by Moses. Looks to get ahead to Snyder. As we mentioned, Cornwall 3-0 in their first 3 starts. They're 0-3 in their last 3 starts. It's picked up by Ursoni. They've given up the first goal today. Knocked in by Walker, round the far side boards. It's picked up by Moran on the hit. Moran, a big collision. Walker's on it again. Walker centers out front, and it just missed the reach of Caden Pike. Here's Snyder the other way. Snyder, Little trying to defend. Here's the chance, and it rolls to Michelli, and he holds on for Cornwall. 1-0 for the visitors. It came inside the opening minute and a half by Nolan Pierce. He's tied Nicholas Gingras for top scorer in the league with 9. Draw one back. Here's Ursoni. Played ahead for Walker. Walker weaves his way through center and tries to fire it in the zone. That didn't work out too well. Snyder back in for Vespertine. Here's a chance. Vespertine stopped by Michelli. As we mentioned, in history, the Ganders, also known as the Hammerheads before, have never beat the Cornwall Colts. And an offside call here as they lead 1-0 past the halfway mark of period 1. So here's the draw. One back controlled, and controlled now here in their own end. Ganders, Vespertine on his right, up ahead on his left to Snyder. He has Knight wiring a shot towards the net. It was off a leg. Gingras will come the other way and just send it in deep. Chipped around far side. It's Perron. Now he'll move in towards the goal, looking for a backhand. That didn't work out. And again, the Ganders with control inside their own zone. Here's Knight. He'll carry on the right. Now it's Gingras firing it back in for Cornwall. Cornwall trying to get things going, as we mentioned, 0-3 in their last 3, and this won't help as they take a penalty on the play. 5:33 to go in the opening period. 1-0 Glendale. Fernando Olivier Perron will head off 2 minutes for boarding. Ganders will see their first power play of the night here. Here's the draw. One back controlled. Here's Thomas centering Vespertine. He scores! Finds a way by the glove of Michelli through a screen in front. It's a power play goal. And the Ganders lead 2-0 at 14:35 of period 1. Bo Vespertine with goal number 4 on the season. And the Ganders running away so far with this one. Here's Niles. He'll bring it in on the left. Looking centers. Banks the shot block. Speckmeek ahead. This finds Martin. Martin sends that in deep. It's wide of the Gander goal. Parker finds it. Has Banks ahead on his wing. Banks up the right side. Dropping for Pierce. He has a goal tonight. Pierce looking in. Bumped off the puck, trying to get it back. He does now. Pierce to Niles, shooting. This one kicked out by Michelli. Playing it free, wrong guy. Banks firing right on, and Michelli's there again. Hilaire Pignot for Martin. Up the right side, he'll get it in deep. Cornwall chases after that. McClellan, and there's Parker, and he'll easily carry it out to center for the Ganders. He has Banks on his right. Banks to the goal. Save Michelli. Bouncing puck, there's McClellan. He has Boyce with him. Up for Martin. Send in deep. 2-0 late here in period one, but here's Hilaire Pignot. Winding, shooting, scores! Alexi Hilaire Pignot with a strike, and Cornwall's on the board, 2-1. Face off back to center, 2-1 game. The goal scored by Alexi Hilaire Pignot, his second in his last 2 games. Parker ahead to Graham, and that will end the first period tonight. 2-1 Ganders after 1 here in Cornwall tonight. Shots a goal in the game are 7 for the Ganders, 2 for the Cornwall Colts. Hits are 10-2 Cornwall. Faceoffs 4 apiece, 1 for 1 on the power play. The Ganders. Cornwall hasn't had one. 2-1 Glendale after 1. So welcome now into the second period of play here. By the way, if you're still with us, up next are the Toronto Wildhounds and the Sarnia Sting from Toronto. That's a cancer afternoon as well. The Hounds will be in purple-related uniforms. Gingras to Boyce, dropping, Speckmeek firing, and a glove save by Solis. Playing that down to Giovanni. Now has Niles on his left. Through center with Pierce. Pierce through the middle. Now weaving to his right. In the zone he comes. Centers. There's the shot. It went wide. Pierce to Niles. Looking and firing, and Michelli fighting that off. Nicholas Gingras has been silent the last few games. Was on finding him with a pass. Here's Gingras ahead. Gingras winds, peels, shoots, scores! Nicholas Gingras back in front with a peel and drag. His 10th of the year. And he's back on top for leading scorer. This game is tied 2-2. Face off, one back, controlled by Giovanni. He'll center for Banks on his right. Tie game early here in the second. Here's Gingras again. He's stepping by. Gingras taken down. No call there. And Solis plays it for Giovanni. So 2-2 in a game that was looking good for the Ganders. It's now even. Here's Nolan Pierce looking for his 10th. Hitting at the post. Parker poked ahead for Moran. Tristan Moran with it. Bumped off the puck, but back on top. Here's Moran. Sent it in deep, and now playing it for Pike. Caden Pike in the corner. Battles to get it. Vespertine to Niles, and out come the Ganders. Poked back in momentarily. Hit off the puck by Caden Pike. Drop back for Boyce. Brendan Boyce will send this back in. Round far side. Moran, not enough speed to get there. Parker will carry out. Parker on his right has Snyder now. Snyder creeping up the right side. Winding, shooting. Save Michelli. He got the rebound as well. Bouncing puck Knight. Here's Moses. Vespertine behind the goal. Out front, there's the pass. Backhander upstairs. Michelli the save. Boyce clears, and this should be icing, and it will indeed be. 8:24 to go here. Second period, tied at 2 from Cornwall. Colts trying to snap a 3-game losing streak, and the Ganders trying to keep a 4-game winning streak running. Run one back to the point, Moses. He has helping Holt. Now for Reed. Reed looks, shoots. Harold tried, that was blocked, and now Walker there for Cornwall to Moran and out. Moran right side in it. Chasing after that goes Caden Pike. Pike to the backhand, forehand, easily kicked out by Solis. Down to the middle of the ice, coming the other way, the Ganders. Hit off the puck, Cornwall's on it. Caden Pike for Moran. Moran ahead. And there's Caden Pike trying to find help. Thomas on the steal, to the goal! Great save, Michelli! Here's another pass back. Now Moses has it. He winds up. Holt has a lane. Centered for Reed. Reed firing. It went wide. He rifled that one. It was perfect. Just didn't hit the net. Moran. He'll send it. Cornwall looking for a change. Caden Pike was after the puck. They never found him, though. Ganders, here's Thomas with it. Thomas stepping in. Thomas to the net. Great save again, Michelli. The defense has not been sharp tonight for Cornwall, but the goaltending has after giving up the first two. Holt playing that over. That finds Pierce. Nolan Pierce in his own zone. He has 9 goals on the season now. He's below Gingras. Tied him earlier until Gingras got the tying goal here tonight. Here's Caden Pike stepping in, shooting. Solis a good save. Plays that down 2 seconds to go in the period. We'll head into the third at 2s here tonight in Cornwall through 40 minutes. Nicholas Gingras unleashing a bullet, and Cornwall has this even through 2. Shots a goal in the game are 12-6 Ganders, but it's 2-2. Hits 12-4 Cornwall, face-off 6-5 Ganders. Power plays 1-for-1 for the Ganders, and Cornwall hasn't had one. 1-1 after 2. Welcome into the third period tonight. Cornwall and the Ganders even at 2s. Someone's got to break through here in the third. Draw won by Gingras. Here's Speckmeek ahead. Nicholas Gingras, 10 on the season now. Lazon, Perron in front, looking for the feed, but could not get it to Gingras. He was alone in front, but a good stick walking that lane. Couldn't get the feed to him. Here's Banks in his own zone. Has Pierce on the right wing. Nolan Pierce through center. He'll play that up for Banks. Good pass, but Boyce was in the way. And now Perron gave it away. Niles is in. A great stop again. Michelli got a chunk of the post. Here's Lazon. He can't clear. Banks trying to center. Gingras took it away. Now the Colts the other way. Nicholas Gingras shoots. Save Solis. Went for the slap shot. You don't see that often. Here's another move in tight. Side of the goal. Parker. Here's Banks in his own zone, and the Colts trying to snap a 3-game losing streak here tonight. As we mentioned, they were down 2-0 in the first. They have this even here in the third period at 2. Here come the Ganders. Pierce looking, centering. Giovanni shooting. Save Michelli. And a hold on to that for a faceoff with 13:21 left to play here in the third. Still tied at 2. Chances both ways early here in this third period, but stays 2-2. Draw one back. Here's Moran. He has Speckmeek on his right. Now it's up for Caden Pike. He'll just chip in deep. Speckmeek after it again. Parker, and it's out. Back into the Cornwall zone. It's Boyce. He'll feed it. Gave it away. Vespertine. And a great play by Speckmeek to get back and defend on that. Cornwall ahead. Boyce. This finds help. Moran losing it. Just got it in deep. Lost control as Parker to Snyder, and back out come the Ganders again. Snyder playing it around. Ganders have not seen extra time yet this season. The closest they came was a game against Toronto a week ago. They fell 3-2, giving up 2 goals in the final minute. Here's the shot that scores! Moran goes upstairs, and Cornwall with a third unanswered have their first lead tonight, 3-2. Draw one back, controlled. Here come the Ganders on the left side and in. Snyder. Little has it. Cornwall leading 3-2. The goal scored by Tristan Moran, his second of the season. Here's Knight. He'll bring it in. Hit there. Little has it for Cornwall. First lead of the game. They were down 2-0. They have great success against the Ganders or Hammerheads in their career. And you've seen the stats. Still yet to win are the Ganders/Hammerheads against Cornwall in their history. Here's a chance. Vespertine kicked out. Loose puck. Save again. Third chance won't go. Great saves by Michelli. Here's another pass. Niles looks for a shot. That won't get through. Hilaire Pignot on his backhand just feeds it in deep. Round it goes far side. Walker trying to get to it. Could not. Played ahead for Banks. Under 3. In come the Ganders. The shot. Saved by Michelli again. Loose puck, there's Martin, and it's cleared out to center. 2 to go here, third period. 3-2, Cornwall in front, looking for their 4th win of the season, 3-3. Here's Banks, bring it in on the right. Looks and fires, another blocker stop Michelli. Last minute of play here in the third period. Cornwall trying to get it out, they do this time, but it gets by and it will go for icing. And the Ganders elect not to pull the goaltender yet. They want to get control off the draw. 51.6 seconds remaining. 3-2, Cornwall in front, 3 unanswered goals in the game. Here's the draw to the right side of the goal. But the Ganders win it. Giovanni, corner for Harrell, looking to pull the goalie. They do now. Here's the shot. It just missed the far corner. Now Parker, drop back Giovanni. Corner for Thomas. Thomas looking. Center, there's the shot blocked. Speckman clears. Race to it, and icing. 34 seconds to go here in the third. Still 3-2 Cornwall in front. Face off to the left side of the Cornwall net. Here's the draw. One back, Ganders, Giovanni to Pierce in front. They score! It's Thomas with a rip off the face-off. What a passing play. And the Ganders have tied it in the final minute at 3. Hayden Thomas with 31 seconds left. It's a brand new game. We're tied up again. Face-off at center. One back by Cornwall. Speckman will just send it in deep. Ricocheted in front of the net. Parker has help in Thomas, and he'll carry up right side. Lost it, gets it back in the zone. Hilaire Pignot's there, and he'll chip off the boards now. Giovanni, as we mentioned, the Ganders have not seen extra time in their history yet. 10 seconds away from the first time. Speckman in his own zone. He'll play that back and chip off the boards. There's Hilaire Pignot for Martin. And we will see extra time tonight in Cornwall. 3-3 through 3 here tonight from Edie Lumley Arena. Well, what a perfect setup. Aiden Thomas, the final minute, rips this over the catching mid of Michelli, and that forces extra time here tonight. Shots a goal in the game are 20 for the Ganders, 9 for the Colts, 3-3 after 3. Hits are 15-4 Cornwall. Faceoffs 9-8 Ganders, 1-for-1 on the power play. Cornwall has an ad one. 3-3 we go to overtime. Ganders 6-3 on the season. Cornwall 3-3. Welcome into overtime. Ganders have played 3 more games in Cornwall so far this season. The Colts look to come away on top tonight. They had a lead, and here's Fernand Olivier Perron taking the puck away. Brings it to the net to win it. His shot off the side of the net. Picked up by Vespertine. As we mentioned, Ganders / Hammerheads still looking to beat Cornwall for the first time in their history. Bring it in on the left side. Here's a pass and a shot, and Pierce sent it wide. Speckman gets cleared out by Cornwall. Lazon back to defend. There's Perron on his left, and here's Pierce breaking in. Save Michelli. And Michelli plays that down to Speckman. Has help in Lazon, now ahead for Fernand Olivier Perron. Nice moves here. Perron getting by. Now bumped off, and here come the Ganders the other way. Pierce one-on-one with Lazon. Pierce looks, waits, backhand to forehand, can't get the shot. Lazon to Perron, and all he can do is chip it in. Far and deep, here's Lazon on it. Lazon shoots, and they score! It snuck through! And Caden Pike cleaned it up, and behind Solis, and the Colts win 4-3 in overtime. The Ganders will face their first extra time loss of their career and their history as a team. This one just sneaked by against the left post and under the legs, and it was chipped in by Caden Pike, who got in behind the defense and put it in for Cornwall's 4th win of the year. Their first in extra time this season. 4-3, they take down the Ganders. They'll see Glendale back in Glendale next game. Ganders will look for revenge. Coming up now, Toronto Wildhounds and Sarnia Sting. We hope to see you there. It's another cancer night, this one from Toronto.